obsession to switch to Joyce's J, Zelda's Auntie, the true queen of Hyrule. Paul Gale kick stats, switch sales is jam, and 60s or Josh Burns car tracks back. My body is ready for Switch 2. I'm excited for the podcast. What about you? Sit back, relax, grab a stack. It's here. Nintopics Podcast. Come around with cheer. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to the coziest podcast in the world. We are here to put you all to sleep. It's time to sit back, relax, and to play some Animal Crossing. Because what else can we do? No, I don't think so. I think that's not the way to end the week and start your weekend on a high note, because you have reached the Nintopics Podcast. Welcome, you beautiful people out there. Thank you so much for being here. Today is Friday, post Indie Mania. And I hope you guys had a great time yesterday in the show. We had a blast. We have a whole bunch of games out there. Go watch the pre-show, or the entire show. It's already on demand there with all the links to the. If you look at the description, there is a link that you click on that leads to the website that has all of the games listed. 98 games listed. It took me all night to do. You better go watch it. And they all have their links. They all have the little art. It's super professional, and stuff. So you can go ahead and do that after the podcast. But today, before we start, I have to introduce the all-star amazing crew here, because my friends, you're not here for me. You're here for the countdown guy. You're here for the Mario Kart extravaganza racer guy, and you're here for the queen of Hyrule with all in her shade. So without further ado, Joyce, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you? How is chat?
Chat.
Hello. Forgive me, y'all. My throat is very sore. I'm not feeling too great. So I will not be engaging in much shenanigans on this evening. There will be some shenanigans, just not as much as usual. Yes. Well, there has to be a little bit of. Have to have a little bit of shenanigans.
Yeah, we're here for the shenanigans.
Yeah, I know. I just can't give it the way I usually do. Maybe just a little bit of shade fan today. Just a little.
Just a little bit of shade. Let's go next door. Let's go next door to the great Paul Gale, the Forest Countdown Network. What's up, what's up, Countdown?
The intro is getting longer and longer. Yeah, everything's going pretty well. I was playing some Street Fighter 6 today.
Oh, nice.
I've had the game for 2 years, but I'm loving it so much on Nintendo Switch 2 just because the Pro Controller is nice. It's a new game. It's running well. Playing in portable mode is really fun too. Tabletop mode with my son next to me, just enjoying it from a whole different perspective. Got updates coming this summer, so GOTS next month or August. So that's good. And it worked out like usual. Filmed a Donkey Kong short for tomorrow, because tomorrow will be only 19 days until the release of Donkey Kong Bonanza.
That's awesome. That is fantastic.
Too.
And Paul keeps taking those countdowns to up a notch, like up a level. I'm like, the heck is gonna do tomorrow? How is he gonna top this? And he tops it. So go ahead and continue. Go ahead and subscribe to Paul just for the countdowns, because trust me, they're worth watching. All right, then we got N64 Josh. What's up, Josh? What's the deal, Banana Peel?
What's going on? Banana Peel.
I mean, this is the Mario Kart thing.
Yeah, I like it. I'm so stoked to be here. Indie Mania was awesome. I'm was super impressed with all you guys did. So many
Thank you.
good games. Had I was streaming last night and still had people talking about some of the games they'd seen and stuff. So fantastic job there, and just stoked to be here and talk video games with you guys.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I mean, Paul, Steve, and I worked our butts off to put a really good show together, and we did have a really crazy lineup of games. I think they're all we did elevate the bar when it comes to from this year to this year, last year to this year. And yeah, again, you guys, you can catch all the games on indiemania.net/2025 games. Well, if you go to indiemania.net, you're going to see 2025 games. Okay. So I've started a thing on the on the website where you can see the ones from last. I'm still working on adding all the games from last year, just like the games from this year are there. And they're going to be like alumni 2024 alumni games. And that's going to be the games from last year. This year is 2025 games. You'll see the list of games that we have there. 98 games. 98 games were shown yesterday on the Indie Mania show. They were all crazy bangers, and they're amazing, and I highly recommend. There's something for everyone. If you like horror, if you like action, if you like open world, if you like puzzles, if you like cozy. I mean, we had the Slow Burn podcast join us yesterday, and they did an amazing job presenting the cozy section of the show, which is awesome. And so, yeah, now on to business. Nintopic business, right? Nintopic business. We got Nintopic business. What do you guys think? You guys excited for Nintopic business today?
So excited.
I know it's Friday. We're like, oh, like sleepwalking because that's how Friday nights are, right? The end of the week. Well, that's why it's the best time, the best way to end your weekend here at the Nintopics Podcast. You can sit back, relax, let us do all the work, and you just enjoy yourself. Watch, eat a snack, drink some coffee, or Gatorade, or whatever you want to drink. Right?
Or if you're like me,
yeah,
have some watermelon.
Or some Kool-Aid. Looking like controller, Kool-Aid from Hyperkin. All right, so the first topic for today, what do we got? We're talking about the rumored Nintendo Direct. Yes, we'll call it a rumor, right? Rumor. We're all expecting a Nintendo Direct to happen any moment now because Nintendo still has some dates to shell out, right? But still, we don't know. We don't even know that because they've announced an entirely brand new game on the app and then on Twitter, which is Splatoon. I keep calling it Renegades, but I know it's not that.
Splatoon. Right as you said Renegade, I was like, oh, it's right on the wait, what? Raiders.
I know. I keep calling it Renegades. I say, isn't there like a show, Renegade? Wasn't that a Steven Seagal show? I don't know. It's not Steven Seagal.
Even
it's not so. Well, Splatoon Raiders was dropped on the app and then dropped on Twitter X, and so with that, we don't know what Nintendo's doing. We expect a Nintendo Direct. There's a rumored Nintendo Direct, but who knows? Nintendo dropped the Pokemon release date also on the app, and so there's a rumor. We're gonna go over it today. We'll get the cast into it. If you would like to join our conversation today, then you can do so with any super chat, any type of super chat, any super chat whatsoever. You can join the conversation, put your question in there, even create a discussion or a new topic. You can do that with any super chat on the show. And so let's go ahead and get into the first topic of the day. Today, we're talking about the Nintendo Direct. There's a rumor for a July Direct. Let's go ahead and summarize it. This rumor started with YouTuber Wood Hawker beat 'em ups. If you guys know him as being his Wood Hawker beat 'em ups, congratulations to Wood. He recently had a baby a little while ago, and sparked excitement on the June 20th, 2025 episode of the Nintendo podcast, the number 2 podcast for Nintendo theme because we're number 1, and claiming insider knowledge of a Nintendo Direct plan for July 2025. While he didn't disclose his source, Hawker outlined several potential announcements for the Nintendo Switch 2, including third-party ports like Metaphor ReFantazio, Death Stranding Director's Cut, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Switch 2 Edition, a shadow drop of a Pokemon Coliseum game for Nintendo Switch Online GameCube library, and the release date for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, stated for 2025. Now, the standout rumor of his presentation, of his little kind of like, little kind of segment there, was a teaser. The one more thing. You guys want to know what it is? I'm pretty sure you guys want to know, because you guys already heard this before, right? I mean, it's been around forever, but Animal Crossing featuring Isabelle. Isabelle will take on the stage, and she will release a trailer or a teaser for an Animal Crossing game, a brand new one, and that's why I did the Animal Crossing little thingy there for 2026, a 2026 release window. Now, multiple, that's not even a word. Multiple sources, including the Great Post, Insider Gaming, comicbook.com, and Gaming Amigos, have echoed Hawker's claim, lending some weight to the rumor, though skepticism remains due to his lack of constant leak track record. Yeah, first thing, he's never been a leaker. He's never, ever in his entire career been that type of content creator to talk about news in that way, or even had a source or whatever. He's not like that. This is the first time that he's actually mentioned anything resembling a leak. Okay, and that's why it's being taken seriously. First thing, he's one of the biggest Nintendo YouTubers on Nintendo on YouTube, and so him coming out and just giving out this information, well, you have to listen, because we never get anything like that from. That's not his type of content. Okay, so no official confirmation from Nintendo exists, of course, and Pokemon Presents, it's already scheduled for July 22nd, 2025, which could shift the direct focus or timing. The Nintendo Switch 2 launch, we got that ready. We sent this up, blah, blah, blah. We also got a new game come out, Mario Strikers, on Nintendo 64 NSO. That's coming out on July 3rd. Who's excited for that, right? Mario Strikers. Apparently, this is the best version of it. Am I right?
We'll see.
We'll see.
I think there's a bit of rose tinted glasses, but we'll see.
So we got Mario. Also, we got Mario Strikers coming out on July 3rd for NSO GameCube. You have to have the expansion pack to access Mario Strikers for GameCube. All right. So with this, I'm gonna go ahead and throw out some questions to the chat now. Same question for everyone, starting with Paul. Paul, so how credible to you is this leak? What do you think about it? Because first thing is beat 'em ups, right? We all know who he is. He's not a leaker. He's not a news channel either. He's just a Nintendo channel. He just plays games and covers products out the box and stuff like that. He's like a general evergreen Nintendo channel. So how credible do you think this he is when it comes to giving out this information?
I mean, he's been covering Nintendo for a good decade or so.
Yep.
And he definitely has a very large platform. And I'm sure that he's gone to quite a number of events.
Yep.
So just by being in the industry for as long as he has, getting to such a big channel in the millions of subscribers and contacts, I could tell you from my perspective, at the peak of my website, I had 540,000 unique people coming to just my site. I think he has like 4 million or something like that. I might be blowing up that number too much.
You mean for subscribers?
Yeah.
I think it's
close to. That means that's how many contacts you have. No.
Yeah.
But there is a certain amount of volume percentage equivalent to how many people that you are reaching out to overall, and then how many people you probably know on the industry. Not always. Yeah. I mean, some people might be super well known in terms of public perception and actually have very little contacts along the way. But usually it doesn't work out that way, because the difference that you're getting in one, also in the others it translates. So I don't doubt that he knows people, that he has friends, some developers, some artists, some people that do music or PR, somebody does a poster work here, maybe someone at NOA or someone that has seen something. So I don't doubt that he knows folks, because I know folks. And then when you know folks yourself and you see someone's bigger than you on this perspective, maybe not in terms of like quantity of E3s that he's gone to, because I also think I'm older, so I don't think he probably could have been to 21 E3s, necessarily. But like, yeah, I believe that he knows people, and if he is saying it, we've had a couple of interactions over the years, and I don't doubt why would he not say it. Now, depending on who it is that said it, that's where it could be off. Like, if his source is directly from someone from Nintendo,
Yeah.
and if he believes that person, and if that person's telling the truth, there's no fault, there's no skin off his back if he's wrong. Like, it's not his fault, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
probably he wasn't shown anything. Like, here's the video, here's the picture, here's a screenshot, just told it. Now, if his source is like, someone who is working in some kind of art department in providing a demo reel for Nintendo, orchestrating a clip or a trailer or something like that, there could be some kind of miscommunication in that regard, or someone on a YouTube backend. So I'm not saying with 100% confidence that like it's absolutely true, but he trusts his person enough that they have accurate information enough. Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
And also in general, I tend to believe it, but even more so than just because it's being said by somebody very big. That does help, but in general, I just think, yeah, summer sounds about right for a Nintendo Direct, but June maybe it was a little bit too optimistic because come on, we got a Nintendo Direct in March. We got a Nintendo Direct in April. They just opened up a store. They just opened up a theme park. They just launched a system in June. For crying out loud, you want more? Like more? Like, dude, they launched a new app with the music app. Like, they're doing a lot.
We had the Donkey Kong Direct.
And the Donkey Kong Direct, another one. So let some time pass. Don't shoot all of your ducks in a row right away. Let the hype be boom, and then boom. That's how you constantly stay in the news. If you just go bam, 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 too much time goes by before that next bam. So
you're right. Yeah,
June would have been good for a Nintendo Direct again this year when you just did so much between March and June already. Let July be the month. Heck, even if it was September, and some people might be like, oh my gosh, how dare you make us wait till September? Dude, even if that was the case, you're going to get periodic drops here and there on X and on YouTube of other announcements of letting third parties shine, of letting you buy Donkey Kong Bonanza in July, and then buying Drag X Drive or Dragon Drive in August. And if you don't want that one, fine. Play more Donkey Kong, play Ruffy in the Riverside, play some indie titles. Like, I don't think they're waiting until September. I never thought it has to be in June, but I did think probably July or August we would get one. So, yeah, I believe in it. It's very precise, however, of if it is indeed the order of what he said and leading up to Animal Crossing at the end, that would be a little bit surprising, but you almost got to take everything what he says or nothing, because from one person it's too precise to say, oh yeah, a little bit of it was accurate. No, so I'm believing this one.
Yeah, I agree.
But I wanted to explain the reasoning why, because I've heard things before, but I've also heard inaccurate things over the whole journalism career that I've had.
Of course, yeah.
I do know that just because you hear something from a source, they might not have the bad intention, but they got inaccurate information, and you're relaying that, and then you're the one that looks stupid when you're incorrect.
Yeah.
But whatever, comes with the game.
Yeah, and I mean, there's also change. Change happens a lot behind the scenes, and we never know if the initial information was received and was correct, and then something changed behind the scenes. Dates normally change, right? And so, what cannot change are the games that are being, mentioned there, because he's being very specific. So I agree with that. I'm also on the train that I believe what he's saying. Right? It just makes me more excited because I'm an Animal Crossing fan. My daughters are too. They'll go nuts if that happens, right? And so So very quickly, Joycey, are you on board with the July Direct?
I think I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be upset if it's not.
Yeah.
I okay, I'm gonna be auntie and be honest.
Yes,
I
do it.
think a lot of us are having unnecessary crash outs
Mhm.
on a 3-week-old system.
Yeah, you're right.
So
You're right.
I understand that, free roam in Mario Kart World isn't for everyone. I'm realizing more and more of a Splatoon girly
Mhm.
than Mario Kart World. But there's a whole Switch One library of games that I know you have not played every single one.
Yeah.
So I am not ruling it out because I think July makes perfect sense. Um, and I'm not saying that they don't need a direct anytime soon. I think what's I do find a bit odd is we got banger after banger
Yeah.
on this rumor mill. Metaphor is one I've been very interested in.
Mhm.
Pokemon Coliseum, The Witcher 3. Those are some heavy hitters, and then possibly Animal Crossing. But then again, I wouldn't put it past Nintendo to do something that crazy. Because we've had directs in the past plenty of times where, let's admit it, we were all at some point crying tears of joy.
Mhm.
So, and also the very basic boiling down question is, why would he lie? Like, for what? He is, he's a bigger YouTuber. This isn't some random account on Twitter
Yeah.
or anything. This is someone who has a reputation to uphold.
Mhm.
So I don't think he's lying. What always concerns me is because I don't put it past Nintendo to do something crazy like put out a red herring.
Yeah.
Tell this department this thing, this other department that thing. Don't let them commingle, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wouldn't put it past them because I know that's what my crazy self would do if I was a boss. So I can stop leaks.
Yeah.
So I look at it like this: if we don't get it in July, what if it still comes? Oh, it's the 27th. What if it still comes by Monday, or it comes like August 1st or something? Is he lying? No, you know what I mean. I think
Yeah.
I think all of our leakers, our reputable ones, really learned the hard way last gen. So I don't think anyone's gonna just be blowing smoke this time.
Mhm. Yeah.
Anyone reputable. So again, I say we chill and wait, and I think it's extremely possible.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, everything. By the way, guys, everything is a rumor, right? This is taking with a grain of salt. You don't never jump 100% on board with anything unless Nintendo themselves are saying it or announcing it.
Exactly, you should leap. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. So just to put that out there, because a rumor is a rumor, right? What we all know what a rumor is. We've been Nintendo fans for a while, so rumors are good topic for conversations for discussion, right? And it's good to talk about. We talk about them and we discuss the possibilities of those rumors either being true or far fetched, right? And so, with that, what do you think, Josh? What are your thoughts on having a July Direct? Do you think Nintendo needs one, or do you think they could wait till September?
I'm honestly really torn. I'm torn
Yeah.
on this because I just pulled up a list
Yeah.
of the games for 2025.
I'm looking at the same list.
And it is not small.
It is not.
Right? And you've already got Nintendo like talking about how they really want to help third parties move games,
Mhm.
right? Because we're still in a Nintendo era where first party games do fantastic, but third parties and like this is the first console where third parties can truly shine, right?
Yeah.
And it's a bit off topic, but like everybody has been saying all along, like, oh, Xbox is going to be coming out hard for this one. Like, They haven't yet. And I think the reason is like they want to wait for install base. They want to make sure they're giving themselves room because like July got Tony Hawk, Donkey Kong, Shadow Labyrinth, Mario Party's Switch 2 update, No Sleep, Wild Hearts, and I think it's Yeez X. Right. That's a pretty packed month. And they're not all Switch 2 exclusives, but
it's insane though. 1 month.
That's a lot. Right. And then August, you got Drag X Drive, Madden, Inazuma 11, Story of Seasons, and Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So again, that's big. And then September's got some big hitters. Star Wars Outlaws, Daemon X Machina, which I'm pretty sure that's a Switch exclusive. I know I think the first one was maybe minus Steam.
Yeah,
I'd have to double check. And then Final Fantasy Tactics, right? Now we don't have any hard dates for anything besides Pokemon in October, and then you also have a Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake, Little Nightmares 3 and Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition. So that's October. There's a few Q3 games, Disgaea 7, a few others, and then just Q4 you've got Farming Simulator, Final Fantasy 7, Hyrule Warriors, Marvel Cosmic Invasions, My Time at Evershine, and Witchbrook. And that doesn't even get into like Kirby Air Riders, Metroid Prime 4, like Professor Layton. Like, I don't know outside of like something like really, really big. Like maybe September we see some Mario stuff, right? For the 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
And there's, but even that, like, there's a lot of games that don't have a Switch update or a Switch 2 update or the Switch 2 upgrade. There, Mario Wonder is missing from that list, and that could be something that happens. What is going to happen with, like, is Mario Maker 2 going to get something? Are they going to make? We just don't know. And so would I love something? Absolutely. But just looking at everything that I'm seeing from this list, like, they could probably fit one more big first party.
Yeah.
Outside of Pokemon, right? Because that's gonna sell like crazy. But we don't know where Kirby's gonna land, and we don't know where Metroid Prime 4 is gonna land. And there's only like 6 months left in this year. So like,
and already 1, 2, 3 of them, four months of those are taken.
and I know Nintendo fans are like, there's nothing coming out, right? I mean, that's like you can literally hear that rhetoric online, but like there's a lot coming out, but you have to. And what's difficult is if you've got an Xbox, you've got a PS5, or you play on your PC. Well, some of these games you've already played. So in that case, if it's not a first person or not first party game, you don't have anything new to play, right? Yeah. But not that you don't have anything new, but I mean, you're waiting for that next big Nintendo release, right? So they could do it, and maybe they go real third party heavy, just like this rumor shows. Like, there's not. I mean, Animal Crossing is the big one. Is kind of the big hitter, right? And I do think they're going to want that game out as quickly as possible, but I also think they're going to want to have plenty of Switch 2s on hand for when that game launches, because that's like, it's going to be like an entirely crazy, like a whole new, like another system launch when that game comes out. The amount of people I've heard say, "Oh, I'm waiting for Animal Crossing," is a large number, So like, I could see this being accurate based on the games that are in it. There's not the big, the Mario, the Zelda, that kind of stuff. So it does seem like it has some legitimacy. Yeah. But at the same time, there is a lot coming out. And I mean, they start putting too much more in this mix, and stuff's going to get, this is probably not what most people would say, but I feel like the launch even has too many games. And I know the conversation is like, oh, there's what am I going to play on my Switch 2? But like, there's a lot of choices. Yeah. I've went through and purchased a few more things. I got Street Fighter. I got, I bought one key card game, for Bravely Default, Cyberpunk. And welcome tour, that kind of stuff. Of course, Mario Kart, and so I mean, I can't even get to all those. Like I've been playing them a bit, here and there, but like there's Hitman, there's what Hogwarts, right? And Rune Factory. I mean, there's if you start really going through the list, it's just I don't know that Nintendo fans are truly at the place where they can embrace third parties or that they see them as a viable option.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason we got this I'm using the term powerhouse compared to the first system loosely, right?
Yeah.
But like these games look really good. Street Fighter looks good. Cyberpunk. I also picked up Fast Fusion. It looks great if you go in and change the settings, and so I don't know. I think there's a bit of saturation when you look through all this, and I'm not sure what they do for the rest of the year. And so one side of the argument is going to be like there's nothing to play on the system, and the other side will be like, yo, there's a ton to play. And then there'll be some down the middle of the road that are like, well, I'm playing a little bit of this here and a little bit of that, but it's really hard to say.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to bounce off of that real quick because kind of like I was saying, like there's a whole Switch 1 library. Case in point, I booted up Bayonetta 2. I've because I got mad at Bayonetta 3 because I can't get past this one part. So I went and played 2 for a little while. And I mean, I am not the one to fuss about graphics and frame rates and bit rates and gigawatts and everything. I don't know what any of that means.
121 gigawatts.
What the heck's a gigawatt? Okay. Y'all know I don't really notice that stuff. But it's the fact that I'm like, I was just kind of playing it on handheld just a little bit just to see what it looked like. When I tell you it looks like a very bright, fresh coat of paint on that game. And it's very, very, very smooth. And I'm like, I don't notice these things. So it's the fact that I did notice. So if you have not played the Bayonetta games, but you want something to play on your Switch too, I highly recommend all 3. I do.
It's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for bringing. No, thank you for that because it's true. I mean, a lot of Nintendo Switch games look and play better on Switch 2. So if you are looking,
I still haven't played so many games on my Switch 1. I have a crazy backlog. Come on now. Yeah,
and then to add also to something that Josh was saying, because it is true with Nintendo, some Nintendo Switch fans, right? They will say there's nothing coming out, but they're only focusing on first party games, Mario, Zelda, Splatoon. These and I can also relate to that and see because these characters, well, not Splatoon, but at least Mario, Zelda, we grew up with those franchises, so we have a personal relationship with them. It's like if you're not there for a long time, we miss you, we want to play you, so I can understand that, right? But what I suggest is like, hey, there's so many other games out there right now. If you like Mario, okay, there's not a Mario game coming out yet. I don't see it this year, maybe later next year. You like Banjo-Kazooie. If you like Banjo-Kazooie, and Banjo-Kazooie there's a rumored one. Guess what? There's Ruffy and the Riverside. It's a combination of both, which is an incredible indie game that is making waves everywhere. That game just came out 2 days ago. Yesterday, actually. Came out yesterday. And so what I encourage you to do is like, you like Zelda, go out there and find the alternative. There's maybe another world out there created by some amazing indie developer or third party developer that maybe is inspired by Zelda in some way. Maybe it has some sort of the same mechanics, storyline. Find it, because I understand there are genres, and everybody has their own genre. So when you narrow it down to, let's say, just platformers or just action adventure or just fighter games, then of course you could say there's not that many games out there. But if you really open your eyes and you see, let me get out of my comfort zones here, let me see what we can find here. Maybe it's on Nintendo Switch, or how about you get a Steam device, like a personal computer. You can download Steam, and Steam has a whole bunch of the games at a lot cheaper prices that are very, very highly comparable with games that you normally buy on Nintendo Switch or PS5 and Xbox as well. So I can relate, and I agree. with all. So now let's say we are having, let's go ahead and do the hypothetical. Okay, hypothetical. We're not saying it's happening. We're not spreading misinformation. We're going along with the fun, and we're gonna
We're
be talking
having a
about,
conversation.
yeah, we're having a conversation, and we're gonna go along with it and say, okay, it's happening so far. Metaphor, Pokemon Coliseum for NSO, Witcher 3. I'm guessing Nintendo Switch 2 edition because it's on Switch 1. Animal Crossing, the big game. Of course, that's not gonna be it. Nintendo Directs are normally 40 minutes, unless they've been doing this mashup thing where they one time they gave us a world indie world showcase and a partner direct into one night, and then it's kind of divided in half. And so, what if they do a mini and a partner showcase together, right? Mini for the unfinished business they had on the Nintendo side, and the partner showcase for all the third party developers. And so, what do you think if this is the fact that we get a Nintendo Direct happening in July? What do you think Nintendo is gonna dedicate to? What games do you think we will see on there? Let me start with Josh. Josh, what do you think? What games have the most? I see possibility of ending up in this upcoming Nintendo Direct. Let's go indie, third party, and even first party.
Well, I mean, we already know a handful of indie games, right? Like there's Silk Song is eventually happening, and Hades 2, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
So with those out of the way, I'm just gonna say I hope there is one more heavy hitter like that along the way. And I mean, we do know like that Marvel game kind of falls into the, I know it's Marvel, so it's like, is that really an indie? But it kind of falls into that beat 'em up, like Shredder's Revenge was kind of considered an indie game, right? And so like I hope there's a real big heavy hitter like that. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Some kind of Mario news, whether it's the Switch 2 upgrade for Wonder, and that ends up being something really, really cool and a chance for them to kind of do DLC for that game, or a brand new 3D Mario getting announced, and I wonder if some of this has to do with like how much stock they think they're going to have for the holiday season,
sure.
Like if that, like, it'd be so interesting to be a fly on the wall and just see like how are some of these decisions made, and what drives those choices,
Yeah.
So anything Mario at this point. We're already getting Zelda with the Hyrule Warriors, and so that kind of checks that box for Zelda this year. So really it would be something Mario related. Maybe a bit more news on the Tamagotchi Life, right? Because that's coming out 2026. So I don't think we have an exact date for that one. And and like, I mean, if we're just going to kind of have a little bit of fun, I would love to see another the start of the Mario sports titles sooner than later, especially with it being the 40th anniversary of Mario. Just if they follow suit like they did with 35, what could take this direct to a whole nother level is if they literally lay out the entire year, like from here till next July of what they're going to do with Mario games in the year of Mario, essentially starting in September. Then, all bets are off. Like it could be phenomenal. There could be just so much that we see, like Mario 40 coming back like they did with 35. Maybe like, the new Mario All-Stars, where it's the 4 new games all put in one package.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, maybe there's a remake of
although let me stop you there real quick. That's our second topic.
My bad. So if they go that route, like all bets are off, right? So outside of that, like I really don't, with Kirby Air Riders, if it's not a big 3D Mario, like we got Metroid, we got Kirby,
sure, man.
Splatoon is kind of taken care of. Like if Raiders has some kind of, like, we find out the release date for that, like, I don't know. Like, I guess I'm just kind of keeping my expectations low because I'm like, and just enjoying what's here. Donkey Kong. I think everybody's gonna love Donkey Kong so much, and I think that game is gonna. I think it's gonna really, really just. I think the word of mouth on that is gonna spread so fast that everybody's gonna want to jump in and play that one.
Sure, for sure. Keep in mind that they can announce games well ahead of their release dates. They done that with Zelda, and and so if let's say we get a Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, they could drop a teaser and that's it next month, and then another teaser in September, then more teaser along the line, and then that game could be around 2027 by the time it's out. Yeah, Joycey. Let's see. Let me hear what you got. What is it? What do you think? What do you think Nintendo is planning on? Third party, indie, whatever. What is it? What you got?
Okay, so first of all, y'all remember the day? I don't know if y'all caught my tweet. The day that we found out the Zelda movie was being delayed, and I said only a few days into the new Switch 2, lifetime, and we already got our first Zelda delay. So here's the thing.
Is that here? I heard it over here. That sounded like on my end.
I was like,
it's like a beep beep.
Was that a gigawatt?
I wonder if that's my work battery, because I think a storm is coming through. So
Okay.
I apologize. So if it goes crazy, I'll put myself on mute not to drive everybody else crazy. But I can tell you this. It's not the fire alarm. That I will tell you. That has a very distinct sound. Look, let's not lie. We was all thinking it, okay?
Yeah. For real, I'm like, come on, Joyce. Need that battery, Joyce.
We promote diversity here at the Mike Odyssey channel.
Yeah.
What was we talking about?
We're talking about Nintendo Direct and all that stuff.
Seriously. Oh, want me to read?
Yeah.
Thank you, TARDIS76. Thank you so much for the super chat. Not to mention ACS Animal Crossing Simulator.
Animal Crossing. Yeah.
25th anniversary is coming up. Nintendo has a track record of doing something big for anniversaries.
Ooh, yeah, right.
Is that being sarcastic?
No.
Nintendo doesn't always notice or care about anniversaries. We care about anniversaries. Nintendo doesn't always care.
They did the Zelda anniversary and the Mario anniversary. They gave us a Game & Watch for Zelda. Zelda.
They gave us merch to buy.
And merch in the Game & Watch.
They don't treat their best-selling franchise with any kind of anniversary. So we have no clue what they do at this point.
I think that's me. Hold up.
That alarmo going off?
No, that's not my alarm mode. That's my phone. Let me stop it from here. Honey, what's the deal? Okay, maybe we can stop.
We're doing it live.
Sounds good to me.
Doing it live.
This is a live show. In all seriousness, TARDIS, we will get back to your question because I'm still not sure what ACS is. Which game is that?
Oh,
Animal Crossing Simulator.
Yeah. I mean, it would be the 25th anniversary of Animal Crossing.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah, it would be right, because it was literally my son, his first words, his first outside of mama, dada, that kind of stuff, Nintendo, because of the Animal Crossing on the GameCube. When that game starts, it this little voice goes,
yeah.
And he was walking by the TV and went, Nintendo, and then just kept going. I was like, no way.
What?
That's cool.
That's sweet.
Shout out to sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Super chat.
I'm sorry, guys. Again, I'm tired. Jabba Thunder, thank you so much for your super chat. More Switch 2 version like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Odyssey next. Ooh, I have not booted up Mario Odyssey on my Switch 2.
It'd be
Ooh.
interesting because I did, because I heard about the little upgrade it got. Now
Yeah.
it's not like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild style where it's $10 and like boom, here's what you get. But it's significant enough that it does look better and it's pretty sweet looking.
Yeah,
Could they crank it up more? I mean, I'm sure they could. Would they? I don't know. It makes me think of. It always goes back to thinking. Sorry, Joycey. I don't want to take your time. It just gets me thinking. Like, I always go back to like, I would love to replay the entire Super Mario 64 with whatever modern days graphics are and new controls. Because when they had a stage or two in Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 from Super Mario 64, I'm like, man, that leap from N64 to Wii has so much time passed. It's so much better. I would love to replay it like that now. And now I'm like, give me Mario 64 on Nintendo Switch 2. Give me that new horsepower. Okay, that's it.
Thank you. And shout out to Joey Pitts. Thank you so much for your super chat.
Thank you, Joey.
Could we get a Mario football game? Why not?
That would be awesome. I would love a Mario football game. Maybe arcadish, like very like overblown, like cartoonish kind of game, right? Be cool.
They were doing Mario Pro Wrestling at one point.
Right?
But they stopped it.
Yeah. So thank you all so much for your super chat. But I want to go kind of back to what I was saying. So when it comes to the games, I think about a couple of the directs from the past and how there were so many early on that were just real heavy hitters. I think Metaphor is a possibility. Been kind of keeping my eye low key on it. For our third party, I think it would go well with Switch 2. I think Animal Crossing is the other possibility because it's been so many years. But then I also, at the same time, I also feel like it's still too soon for Animal Crossing.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. But if they say, oh, coming in 2026 or something like that, or into 2026, okay, I'd be cool with that. I also feel like Metroid Prime 4. Y'all know it's so crazy. I am the most so I've never played a Metroid game. Confession chat. I have never played a Metroid game. It's on my schedule of things to do along with every other game in my backlog, as well as, other things. So, but I am Samus's biggest ally because I'm like, I don't understand why we haven't gotten like more Samus, more Metroid Prime 4. So what I'm really hoping for in getting a July Direct is that we'll get basically a new trailer of Metroid Prime 4. Like, tell us why we should invest in the Metroid little ecosystem, if you will. Why should we play the other games? What makes this one special? Because I don't think there's ever a quote unquote make or break, but I just kind of think that if this Metroid doesn't do as well, at least as Dread, that we may not see Metroid again for a very long time. So I will be giving the games myself a try. So but I'm hoping and I'm thinking that they will give us a new trailer, and then hopefully they'll do the Donkey Kong like they did for Mario Kart World and they did for Donkey Kong Bonanza. They'll give her own spotlight. Maybe not a 30-minute direct or 25-minute direct, but maybe something.
Yeah.
Just highlighting this is why people should play Metroid Prime 4. Like, go in. So I think that's another possibility. And just because it's on my wish list, it's always on my wish list. More Zelda. I don't care. Just more Zelda. I don't care if it doesn't come out till 2030. Just more Zelda. I don't think it's going to happen, but I want.
Yeah. You can never say never because you never know. Never know.
That's
you
true,
never know. And Paul, did you give us your answer?
No, but I'll try to keep it brief. We'll see how that works.
Go ahead, Paul.
I don't think they have to show too much new, but kind of like Joycey and Josh were saying, just provide some updates and some release dates to the amazing presentation that you already did give us in April. Kirby Air Riders, new trailer of gameplay. That technically would be new. of like what does it look like when it's 3, 2, 1, go or whatever, you know, maybe plus a release quarter, um, a season. Doesn't need a date, but gameplay trailer plus season of when. That would be good. Age of Imprisonment, a pure gameplay trailer of what it looks like with the HUD and stuff like that on the screen. That would be good, and a release date. There you go. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, I would say that one is the one we found out about first officially and still don't have the release date, so that one's overdue. Doesn't need a new trailer, but of course they're going to give you a little bit of a trailer along with a release date. And if that game has one last hook in it, one last chance of selling to a bigger crowd beyond just being a phenomenal title that gets really high reviews, because it probably will, and those, you know, it'll get that check mark off easily, is getting the reviews. Does it have a multiplayer? Is there something hidden that they haven't shown yet? You don't want to show off, oh, here's the last boss, it's amazing. But if there is any aerial combat in the game that shows a different, unique thing, like take over the Samus's ship, hey, show that there's some flight combat. Don't do too much, but is there a last little bit of a hook beyond just being amazing to help it sell? And a release date. If you do that release date, I don't think you have to, but I think you should do Metroid Prime 2 and 3 HD remastered or just HD ports. You can't drop both on NSO because Metroid Prime 3 Corruption is a Wii game, and then you would have to release a whole new system to do that.
Yeah.
But you could do it as, well, okay, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes is coming to NSO, and Metroid Prime 3 Corruption is the one that gets like an HD remastered. But then you have this weird thing where you got like Metroid Prime 1 remastered, 2 Echoes on NSO with upres like Soul Calibur 2, Wind Waker, stuff like that. And then 3 remastered. I don't know how they're going to do it. They might not at all with 2 and 3. It just would make sense. But we'll see. And you drop a 99 game, you give that little Animal Crossing tease, sure. You don't need to do much. You don't need to be like, and here's the next Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, and here's our next big Mario. I would love to see it, though. My gosh almighty, I would love to see Zelda, but I think maybe when you're ready to show off the first still image of the vision of the Zelda movie, maybe you capitalize on that, and that's when you show off the Zelda trailer for the first time of whatever Zelda game is, you know, behind the scenes in development for Nintendo Switch 2, whether it's an original title or Ocarina or Twilight Princess or whatever. Yeah, something on Mario's anniversary, but you don't need to do it yet. You could wait till September for that one.
Yeah. I agree. I think September will be the bigger one because it's leading more into next year's calendar than this year. And I agree with Josh also that this year is just already fully packed, man. I mean, I keep hearing Luigi's Mansion 4 for Halloween, but there's already a game in October, and that's a Pokemon game, which is a huge game, and it's coming on Switch 1 and Switch 2. And I don't think Nintendo's going to want to share that stage with anybody. The Pokemon stage is not sharing with anybody. Luigi's Mansion 4 maybe next year in October, but not this year. But yeah, I mean, I agree with all of you. We got a super chat here by can't read the name.
TARDIS76, thank you for your super chat.
Thank
He was talking about Animal Crossing earlier. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for confirming that.
That's
And we got a couple others.
Nash Beetle is also saying. There's extra context there. Nash Beetle is also saying that a new Animal Crossing is coming. Of course, Nash Beetle, stop jumping on people's back. It's like trying to piggyback on people. I heard from our source that this is source. And I got a source too, and I got a source too. My mama said this.
I have a source. A little birdie came and told me it was a 3-eyed raven.
I like picking on Nash Beetle. Anyway.
Thank you so much, Cryptic, for your super chat. What do you think happens to Retro after Metroid Prime 4. We know when they tried a new IP, it got canceled. Are we waiting another 10 years for their game?
Nope. They already mentioned that they were going to do 5. So I'm pretty sure that once because remember, Metroid Prime 4 is a Switch game, and it's built up for Switch, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to have a Switch and a Switch 2 version. So Metroid Prime 5 will be the like Paul mentioned this at one point. The Metroid Prime 5 will be the real version of Nintendo Switch 2 that is built from the ground up with Switch 2 in mind. So that's going to be even bigger, right? So Retro Studios is thinking around it. I'm pretty sure that if Metroid Prime 4 is done right now, they have to be in the planning phases for another one if they want to release it in the Nintendo Switch 2, thingy in the life of the Switch 2, 3 or 4 years from now. But yeah, Metroid Prime 4, 5, and Metroid Prime 6 too. I think 7 and 8 maybe coming around to 9.
Here we go. We're just gonna keep counting.
And that I agree. They're all coming out at the same time. Thank you for the super chat.
We're tired, aren't we, y'all?
Xenoblade. I'm gonna make one random, unexpected, bold prediction.
You already said it. It's Xenoblade. It's not unexpected anymore.
Monolith Soft is gonna show off something.
Oh yeah,
because
I forgot to say that. Yeah,
Ooh, you're right.
new IP maybe.
They've got that IP that I've been looking at that artwork for a long time.
Right?
It's that heroine with
samurai kind of
setting, and I'm like, I'm smelling action RPG out of this thing.
Yeah, man.
Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, if you find it, you can share it. And I'll go ahead and share the image. Yeah, I remember. I saw that image just once. I saw a big tree. Is it the one with the big tree?
Was that Sheikah one, or that game or spinoff that was going to be based off of Sheik?
I'm sending you the photo right now, Mike.
Okay. Are you sharing it on your screen, or are you sharing it here, or are you sending it through the Discord?
Private chat.
All right, Discord it is. Here, just a reminder, guys, if you want to enter the conversation, you've already seen it. You can do so with the super chat, or you can also start writing down your questions for the Q&A, which will start very soon. So make sure to go ahead and write your questions in. You can add anybody on the panel, either Josh, Joycey, or Paul, or myself, and then we're going to be gathering questions starting now for the Q&A. Oh my God, is that it? That is beautiful. Sorry. And so, yeah, we're going to be gathering questions for the Q&A right now, actually, to begin the Q&A in just a little bit. Let me go ahead and show this image here, because this is beautiful. I already want to play it. I don't know what it is, but it looks awesome.
Oh, it's totally on a different page because it was a different picture that I was thinking of.
Yeah, me too. This looks awesome. I've never seen this image before.
Oh, well, if there's a different, I just did a quick Google search. So if you guys know of a different one, that's just the one that showed up first.
From Monolith Soft?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I've never seen this one, so I hope it is, because it already looks like it could be like a Zelda type of game with a girl protagonist and a sword, and she looks like she's dressed as Wonder Woman / that lady that from Marvel that turns into the sun. What's her name?
I'm not sure on that one.
The lady that turns into the sun in Marvel. Paul knows. Come on, Paul.
Brie Larson's character?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Miss Marvel?
Yeah, Miss Marvel. Her. She turns into the sun.
Oh.
So this is the is that the picture, Paul? Is it close to that one?
Yeah, there's another one that you could see the red dragon flying above her. I put it in the private chat.
Okay.
And you can see like these posts off to the side with like flags. It looks like totally a battlefield, and it's just this awesome warrior that
Oh
probably
my.
is for the good guys and wrecking havoc. And oh man, I'm like, dude, action RPG, another Zelda-like game, but leaning more on the RPG aspect. Doesn't have to be um, real turn-based RPG. I don't really care like how the play is. I just like the attitude from the image.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I hope it's an action RPG like Zelda. But man, it looks incredible. This is the first time I see this image. And so, yeah, this is Monolith Soft medieval fantasy action. I remember I saw the one with the silhouette. I didn't see this one. This is like an updated image to that same game.
This thing's
Can I
been
s-
around for, I think,
I know.
like
Yeah,
oh,
years.
so long.
Can I say
Isn't it
something
like-
extremely controversial? Oh,
Say
yeah.
it. Say it.
sorry. No, go for it, Josh. I cut him off.
No, I think the date said like 2017 or something. Like it's
Mhm.
been out there for a while.
My controversial take on this is I low key, like you guys were just saying, like, make it kind of like a Zelda game and everything. On one hand, part of me wants to say we don't need another Zelda. We already have Zelda.
Yeah.
However, direct Zelda competition on the Switch 2, and we already know what Monolith Soft is working with. I kind of want to see it happen because I don't want Zelda to fail. I'm just saying I don't want Zelda to fail. I don't. But-
I get what you're saying. Exactly. I get what you're saying. It's like,
Maybe we can
yeah.
yeah, you see where I'm going with this. We
Yeah.
can maybe force Nintendo to take certain parts of Zelda a little more seriously.
yeah. Yeah.
Because I think they're in certain cases, and y'all know I love me some Zelda, but there's
Yeah.
certain things that are repetitive. I felt there were certain things that are too repetitive, not enough surprises, not enough twists, turns, and that kind of thing. And I think we're ready for that, Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
the kids are all right, and the adults the adults need the whimsicalness. So do that. So I kind of want to see this happen. Anyway. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. We got a super chat by Mustache Man.
My favorite series is Fire Emblem. Is there anything you think would be great for a new Fire Emblem title? Well, I couldn't get into Fire Emblem, so I am not qualified to answer this question.
Fire Emblem versus Link. Or Mario.
See that I would play.
I have two takes on this. Thank you, Mustache Man, for the super chat. I'm grateful. I like the Fire Emblem series, with Fire Emblem 3 Houses in particular being my favorite entry. The branching paths, the different takes. It was so much fun. The waifu and husbando action that you had in that game further cemented the fun factor beyond just the story and the voice acting of the characters. And I liked it quite a bit. But I have two takes on Fire Emblem. One, I do think we will get a proper new Fire Emblem game in the next 2 years. And this next one, I don't know if I really think it's going to happen, but I would like to see it, is kind of like how Bandai Namco got a hold of the Pokemon IP and was given the chance to make Pokken Tournament, a Pokemon fighting game kind of akin to Tekken and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I say, dude, give Bandai Namco the Fire Emblem characters and let them make a Soul Calibur-like fighting game. A 3D arena-based fire with badass axes and bows and arrows and swords and spears and stuff like that, and just a mishmash of all the popular characters. It's not enough like Smash Brothers, not at all. It's not. No, it's totally its own thing. And like a 3D Soul Calibur-like arena-based fighter would be so cool. It's not what most Fire Emblem fans want, but I think if you're a fan enough of the characters and the music, maybe a different genre would help pull you in. Fighting games aren't that big, though. I love them, but I know they're not the biggest genre, but I think it would fit well.
I think that's a good idea because it'll also expand the franchise, the IP, into other genres rather than the RPG one. What's happening with Splatoon now, right? With this new game, it's like Nintendo taking Splatoon the IP as successful as it is, and just kind of experimenting with it in other genres, like they did with Mario. Mario is yeah, we have our mainline Mario, but we also have the RPG Mario. We have our sports Mario over here. You know, there's so many ways they can use one IP, and I think the more ways we use an IP, the more we strengthen the IP, and we kind of give it a better future, right? Because there's just so many ways they can go with it. But I agree. And again, thank you for the super chat over at Paul's channel. Again, guys, when you do a super chat, you can super chat any of us on any channel, and we will highlight it and we will read the question. All right. So I encourage everybody to drop your question in within the podcast. Also, if you are dropping in your question, let's see, have we highlighted any questions yet? We're gonna start our Q&A in a just a couple minutes. So if you have any questions, go ahead and start writing them down so that we can.
Go
ahead.
Can I chat about that last question real quick?
Yeah, let me go ahead. Is this the last super chat with this one here?
Yeah.
Remember?
So personally, I think with the mouse functionality, it leaves the opportunity for RTS games to start making their way into Nintendo franchises. So
Okay.
I think Fire Emblem has enough characters and heroes that there could be some really cool, like it's already kind of there, right? It's close to that genre anyway.
Yeah.
But like to really have those like full scale battles where like you build up your base, you build your army, all that kind of stuff. The other series that I would love to see this happen with, we were just talking about Monolith Soft, is Xenoblade. I feel like Xenoblade would also lend itself very well to this real-time strategy genre. And so anything to see, I'm just curious if they don't lean into that a little bit more this generation with the mouse functionality. And I think Fire Emblem and Xenoblade are the two franchises that would really shine in that space.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you for sharing. Let's see here. All right, so I'm gathering some questions here, guys. I already got some questions in the thingy. Make sure to ask. I'll be highlighting these questions so we can go ahead and start the Q&A in just a couple of minutes. Really quick question, and this is a question for everybody and on the crew regarding the Mario 40th anniversary. We're going to continue this Mario 40th anniversary in a future podcast. We'll go more in depth, but I just want to give a one main question for each one in the podcast. Starting with Paul, what do you think Nintendo could do for the Mario anniversary? You can tell me a game, a list, whatever. What do you think? Because we know what they did for the 35th anniversary, right? With the merch, the 35th game, the All Stars. 40 is a big number. What do you think they could do with Mario? And do you think, are they going to involve Donkey Kong in this?
I think in September for the 40th anniversary, they will come to my backyard and host the Mario Direct live from the Mario pool.
Yeah.
And they will have the cast from the Mario movie in my backyard confirming their presence for the film, and any new actors, actresses, etc., that will be a part of the Mario movie sequel that comes out next April. All present. Mr. Miyamoto will be there, and they will also say, coming back once again for another limited time is Super Mario 3D All Stars. And the last thing, in which I'm semi joking about some of this and some of it.
Yeah, of course.
I'm joking. I mean, you don't know which one.
Semi joking because he wants to leave the door open.
I hate Nintendo. You want to come over? You're welcome. I think it's kind of safe, but it's just a bundle of Super Mario Galaxy 2 remastered. Metroid Prime style remastered, and pair it with Super Mario 3D Land, because that's a really good quality game that's kind of stuck on 3DS, sort of like Super Mario 3D World was on Wii U. So what did they do for the Wii U one? They gave it some online, and they gave it Bowser's Fury. Okay, Super Mario Galaxy 2, much loved, not a part of that 3-pack for Super Mario All-Stars 5 years ago, but maybe this is how you do it. So I just think those two, they pair together this September. They do have Mario movie sequel first trailer at this presentation. They do announce the comeback of 3D All-Stars, and I think we get the first look at Super Mario Odyssey 2 or Super Mario, whatever the next big 3D Mario game is, planned for, no date other than 2026. So I think they're going to do something like that. And then regarding will Donkey Kong be a part of it, I'm sure they'll do something like, and be sure you could also check out Mario in the meantime at Super Nintendo World at any one of these locations. And including Donkey Kong, his friend, and something cute like that. Maybe do a little bit of and for a limited time when you go to the theme parks, you'll notice something new added, and obviously not a ride or something like that, but I don't know, a nighttime drone display of stars going off, mushroom going off, fire flower going off. Something unique, something uniquely Nintendo that's not just about the game, not just about the movie, but like, wow, I didn't see them teaming up with Puma, and they teamed up with Puma or with Levi's or with Vans. So I think expect some of that kind of thing. Like if they don't go with the whole drone idea, do expect some other interesting merchandise collaborations, sort of like they've done Lego, but we'll see something else. So don't be surprised if some type of new shoe deal comes out, some type of unique new clothing line comes out. I don't know. I did miss, and I was like, I was so bummed because I was so ready.
Yeah.
They did have the Donkey Kong Nikes. Nintendo teamed up with Nikes just earlier this year for the DK Nikes. And I'm like, I saw that in advance. I was going to get it. And just that day that they happened to go off, my brain farted that morning. And I just forgot until a couple days later. I was like, oh shoot. That was like, and it is gone like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I'm going to do something cool for Mario. Like Joyce said, I think everybody touched on. Yeah, sometimes they highlight anniversaries, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's a really weird, like, dude, that's your 25th. Ocarina of Time, the highest rated game of all time for years, turned 25. You didn't do nothing. Nope. I made a Zelda pool for the Zelda Ocarina of Time 25th anniversary, but Nintendo did it. You know what I mean? So sometimes it totally whiffed by. But I think Mario for 40, they're going to do something.
Yeah, I think so. Just to add to that Super Nintendo World thing, I don't think they're gonna do a light show. There's so much in the park, in the Donkey Kong one, and in Super Nintendo World, at least in Epic Universe. I know what they did for us when we went there for Media Day. They gave us this card, right, to fill out, and we had to go around the park and fill it out because there's so much information, so much history within the park. Also, in Super Nintendo World, there's rides. You see Mario, you see all the characters. You feel like a kid, literally. But then there's also so much history in the parks that you get a card and you can fill it up. Skittles? Okay, never mind. Forget Mario Park. I'm on Skittles. And so there's a card with you can fill out. Like, for example, if you go to Yoshi Ride and there's inside Yoshi's Ride, there's a lot of things to look at and a lot of history. And on the way to Mario Kart, there's just this huge library that you go through and you see a lot of history from different parts of Mario games that you have to kind of you have to kind of like, there it is. And what does it say right here? In 1985 this happened and then this happened. And so I think that they can take advantage of that. We did it as media. I'm pretty sure they're going to take advantage of that as an event to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Mario within the park, which is will be super cool. I'll be there because I'm an official content creator for Universal now, so they'll invite me to all events regarding Nintendo Epic Universe and Super Nintendo World. So I'll be there to cover that in September. Josh,
yes.
Super Mario. Oh, Super Mario. No, Super Mario. Not Super Mario 64. That's not it. What do you think, Mario? Mario 4th anniversary.
Oh man, I have been. I feel like I've talked about this so much because I'm just so excited and so hopeful based on what they did for 35.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I've probably mentioned it here. I'm hoping that Wonder gets the first game all Wonderized, right? So we get as DLC to play the entire Super Mario Brothers with Wonder levels in between. Mario 40, like I said, like I really want that. I see Mario Maker 3. Yes, I would be like, I want to play Mario Maker with this D-pad. You know what I mean? Like with the new Pro Controller's D-pad versus the old one that I had to take apart, put tape over the sensors so that it wouldn't get misinputs, right?
Right. What the heck?
Yeah. So, and I just finished. It's not gaming, but I just finished the Mario Kart Lego, like the adult Mario Kart Lego that came out earlier this year, and that was super fun. And seeing like they've done such a fantastic job, like with their collaboration with Lego. I would love to see something new on that front as well. Just keep that going.
I saw your build. Awesome.
Oh yeah, it was so much fun. So much fun. So, and so I'm going to kind of piggyback off of Paul a little bit. But
Paul, get ready.
I would get ready. This last week I saw a video that somebody had taken Mario Kart 64, 120 frames, made it work on widescreen. And I want NSO to do this. I want NSO to bump up if it bumped, even if it just bumped the games up to 120. If that was something they would put the effort into, like that makes like it made me want to play Mario Kart 64 again. And so then I fired it up and it did not look like that video, you know, like it wasn't even, it's like a fan project, but like that would be a really cool announcement that like, yo, Switch 2 NSO is going to have 120 frame upgrade for your older games. Like I would really, really dig that.
You're talking about your retro games, like from Mario Kart 64.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mario 64. You know, like I don't know that it's as critical to the 2D games like the 8-bit, 16-bit. Paul did not want to hear that. Apparently,
no. All of a sudden, this major ringing in my ears just blasted me out of nowhere.
That was Josh's comment. He just
it's my voice. I'm sorry. So
you know what? That happens to me sometimes, Paul. And this is gonna sound crazy, but when that happens, if you just do like really shake your head like real quick, it starts to help fade it until it goes away.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
90s kid problems.
That's just a few of the things that like I would love to see from them, and you know, more collaborations with like Paul was saying, you know, get Levi's involved, keep all those. The more Mario Kart merch we get, the better. That's all that's really all I want.
Let me just jump in there. I want Nintendo to collaborate with cheaper clothes, not Nike. That's too expensive. You know, collaborate with something like a cheaper shoe. Go to Walmart and find one of those shoes there. Collaborate with them. That way we can all afford it. Because if you collaborate with a shoe like Nike and then they sell like $200, I'm like, confession, I never buy $200 shoes. I can't, or even $150 shoes, and I can't justify that. You know, the most I spend for a pair of shoes is $60, and that's it. And I go to Ross and I go to the shoe section. Yeah, they have Nikes. Yay, they got Skechers. Whoop-de-doo. You know, but I'm not a big sneakerhead. Is that what you call it? I like sneakers, but I just don't spend a lot of money on them. I can't justify. You know, my feet are not worth that much to me. They're just
no. Your feet are worth it. All I ask is when they do merch is that it's quality. I talk about this all the time. Y'all know this. I like my expensive luxury handbags. Why? Because I'd rather buy one handbag that is very versatile and expensive, or I can buy 10 really cheap handbags and eventually end up still spending the same amount of money.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Buy 15 really nice handbags.
Exactly. But if I get the $1,200 one, the reason I get it is because of the quality is unmatched.
Imagine having a shoe for a head. 10,000 Little says, imagine having a shoe for a head.
I need new Mario suits, Zelda suits.
Oh, I agree with that one.
Suit, my Levi suit.
Yep, I agree. I okay. I did spend $100 on a jacket for Mario Kart, and but I paid it. You know, like little by little. It wasn't all at once, and I will never go back because I love that jacket so much. I agree with Paul. That jackets and shirts and hats and stuff like that.
I'm sorry. I think Nintendo can get away with it for us, adult kids who don't have any thoughts. We just like nostalgia or whatever. I wanted to do a whole for real fashion line.
Yeah.
Make some really nice tuxedos and suits and jeans and everything with top quality and make them Zelda-esque. You don't have to necessarily have the pictures of the characters on there to represent Zelda. So, yeah. And then quality. Oh, and then I gotta give you my prediction for the 40th. What are you gonna say?
I just have to look at this comment here because what?
The most I've ever spent on shoes. My dad bought me Jordans. Oh yeah, back in the day, Jordans were everything.
$500 for let me see how many pairs of shoes I can buy with that. About 10 pairs actually, maybe more.
You can get good tennis shoes for much cheaper. You can get good handbags for much cheaper than I
miss
Payless.
I miss Payless shoe store.
I don't them hard shoes. Give you points on your feet.
My girlfriend got me the Transformers 40th anniversary Converse.
Yeah.
And I would love to see a Mario 40th anniversary Converse. Like that's going to be a little better for you than the Nikes, although Nike owns Converse. So
Nike, at least Converse is Nike's cheap brand. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like having AT&T and then having that little cheap brand on the side with the prepaid phone or whatever. Because was Boost Mobile, is it?
Or I don't know. I think isn't Mint like Brian or Ryan?
Ryan
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, yeah.
I'm gonna throw one more. Joycey needs to go, but Super Nintendo World Singapore. I think they could give an update on that this September. When is Singapore going to get their Super Nintendo World? Because it's a part of a $5 billion project for other stuff too.
Yeah.
There's a country that's getting an SNW that doesn't have the limitations of space, so it probably could be at least as big as Florida's.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Peach.
All right. All right. Thank you, Peach. Peach is there. Let's go ahead and start with the Q&A really quick. We had 12 questions we can get. Oh yeah, go ahead, Josie. I thought you said I thought Paul has to go. Josie has to go. I thought you had to leave. Leave. Go ahead, Josie.
For Mario's 40th, right?
Yeah, Mario's 40th.
I think we need to be a little more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and real quick, guys, these are the gummy Skittles. That's why I can't stop eating them.
Gummy Skittles. What?
Yeah, I don't eat the other ones because I feel like I can't ever get my teeth clean enough, like when I brush them afterwards. So gummies are lit. I'm not supposed to be eating these, by the way.
You guys maybe go to Amazon and order them, put it so they can arrive tomorrow.
And these are all
Smile will help with that.
And these are the berry ones too, Mike. So they're all the berry flavors.
Okay, gummy Skittles.
Yeah. Gummy lifesavers, like I'm all about the gummy stuff. So yeah. Anyway, I have nothing. Okay, like seriously. Okay. So when it comes to Mario's 40th, I think we have to be very realistic, right?
Mhm.
So it'll probably like just be like, declared like a national holiday. Yeah. We'll probably get like a parade or something like that.
Mhm.
And they'll probably definitely, show off a new 3D Mario. Absolutely. All of that's going to happen. And for some reason, Zelda stuff will be there. But in all seriousness, I think because Donkey Kong is kind of, he forgot to mute himself. Hold on.
Yeah.
All good. Anyway, but I can see because I think Donkey Kong's supposed to be like the star of the show this year, so I can see like a really nice remake or something Mario related. Like I said, a really nice remake, or I know a lot of people have been wanting like Galaxy 2. Maybe we can get some kind of remake or something like that. But something definitely Mario related, and I would like, in all seriousness, if they either reveal the cast or give us even the tiniest teaser of the next Mario movie.
I agree. I mean, we're less than a year away from that movie coming out, so they have to start with that promotional, trailer stuff. So, yeah, I hope everything you say comes to pass because that sounds awesome to me. That sounds good.
Especially the national holiday part. I think that's like the most obvious thing that'll definitely probably happen.
You have to, because Mario is the most recognized right now character in the world now, and the most character IP, even bigger than Mickey Mouse, as big as his ears are. Mario's bigger. Mario's nose is bigger. So, all right, let's go ahead and go into our Q&A really quickly. We have some amazing questions from you guys in the chat. We have about 12 questions to go to, and the question Q&A thing is now closed. Thank you so much for your question. Starting with closer. Joyce, you want to take care of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't see nothing there.
Shout out to 10K Nudes. Hello, my love. When we get a Mario Souls like,
it's not impossible.
2030.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
At least by 2030, my dear. Lottie Trohier. I want to do a quick question for all of the Nintopic crew. Do any of you have a favorite Mario Kart character and least favorite character in Mario Kart World?
The cow.
Cow is lit. The cow is lit. But I will be honest. Y'all know how I feel about Peach. At the end of Mario Odyssey, I have said it before. That version of Peach is for the streets. I've had beef with her ever since. However, in Mario Kart World, she is so adorable. So I have been maining Princess Peach. Least favorite character. I don't have a least favorite. I don't even know. I'm not that far in. I like all of them, but it's easier to name my fave, which is surprisingly Princess Peach. What about you, Josh?
Mario is my favorite. And a least, I don't even know if I have a least favorite. I just love seeing everybody's here. So that's a tough one. Least favorite.
It's easier to pick the favorite.
Yeah.
In this case.
Well, so I'll say this. I feel like the character design and the costume design is second to none this time around. Like the job they did with like baby Rosalina, and her sleeves are too long, and the way that she just like dangles them, like I think it's incredible. I think it's amazing. So well, you know what? I'll even say this. I think my favorite costume is Pro Racer Toad with that giant helmet. Like
I haven't gotten that one yet.
Oh, it's so good. It is so good. So, but yeah, my hopes from the get-go were that I would get the mechanic outfit from Odyssey for Mario with the Famicom hat on backwards. And that happened. And I have my pipe frame. So, pipe trials can start again. I'm happy.
I already said my favorite. I said my favorite, the cow. I'll just say my least favorite is Wario.
Really?
Yeah, he's always like kicking my butt.
He came flying by me today, just like laughing, like
It's like I'm in first place. I'm in first place. Somebody gets hit, and I was like, you're like all the way through. I'm like, look at this guy just passing by.
Did he blue shell you? Like right
no,
when you're about to
no.
win?
You know the worst thing of all is like a regular little shell, just like a regular shell. Just not even blue shell. It was just like a regular shell.
I was in free roam, and he drove by, just laughing frantically. I was like, "Get out of my ears, bro! Like, what is happening?"
I don't run into many characters, which is crazy, but I did find a charging truck that was driving really, really fast. He had to chase him and knock him down with the shell. It's pretty awesome.
Ooh, and that blue character too. I can't remember his name. The blue one with the big teeth.
Oh,
Cataquack or something like that.
Let me see if I can show you. This thing. That one right there. The third one to the after. Not this one right there. Well, never mind.
I think I saw. Was it Nabbit?
Nabbit, yeah, Nabbit.
Nintendo character.
This purple one right here. This purple one right there.
You're not a fan of Nabbit?
Yeah.
Poor Nabbit.
Yeah, he's not a friend. He's not a friend.
Paul, do you have a favorite
Mario.
Mario
by default, love him. No least favorite. I also like
Favorite
Donkey
costume?
Kong because the new look is like, it's pretty cool. I'm getting me pumped up for DK Bonanza.
Do you have a favorite costume?
For Mario in general,
No, just for Mario Kart World.
well, you know what? I think it's like it might be called the Aviator one.
Oh
yeah.
That one's cute. I love that one.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. Thank you.
He got like the brown. It's cool.
Mhm.
Like Amelia Earhart reminded me of that one.
Pokemon Fan 33, thank you for your question. This is for everyone. Do you think we can still get Pokemon Coliseum Shadow dropped in July? Still, even though Mario Strikers is coming to GameCube NSO July 3rd.
Nope, not in July. I think it could be announced if we do have a direct. They could announce it, but eventually it's coming. But I don't think it'll be the same. I think Nintendo's going to spread them out. You know, not giving us two games at the same time, right? More like I think Nintendo's GameCube games are bigger in announcement wise, and so they're gonna be announcing at least one game now, maybe, and giving us like a little calendar, right? Kind of spreading them out, but not having them to drop on the same day that the Strikers is dropping out.
Thank you. Ahmad Ali, thank you so much for your question. Mario 64 remake when?
Yay! That'll be awesome. That'd be cool.
At least next week.
That'd be so cool.
Maybe they do that in the 40th anniversary for Mario, because that will be the 30th anniversary next year of Super Mario 64. So they could time it just right, where this serves as a 40th anniversary for the series and a 30th for Super Mario 64.
I did say that, I think we could get a really good remake, Mario remake this year. So
that'd be awesome.
Lots of positive.
Bowser's Fury is my favorite of all time. I'm just hoping they do like another game plus Bowser's Fury 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I liked Bowser's Fury. Okay, this one's for all of us. From Abu Mini. Thank you for your question. What day in July do you think we'll see the Nintendo Direct? One of the whatever day ends with Y, it could be any of them. All right, clock that. I'm
gonna go ahead and just predict it. I'm not saying it is. I'm just gonna just throw out there, predict it. If it comes to pass, I'm the best. If not, then it's just a prediction. I'm gonna say the week of the 14th. The week of the 14th. That's before before the launch of Donkey Kong. Wait, the Donkey Kong is the 17th, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So the week of the 7th.
The 7th is my birthday, so that would be good.
There you go. There you go.
Happy
Confirmed.
almost
Confirmed, guys. Confirmed.
Awesome.
Since the
Thank you.
Pokemon presents, sorry.
Yeah. This,
Sorry, I was gonna read the. I'm sorry. Did you want to say something, Paul? I was gonna read the question.
I don't think it'll come out DK Bonanza week. I don't think it'll come out the next week right next to Pokemon Presents, because I think Pokemon Presents is like the 24th or something like that off the top of my head.
Yeah, towards the end of the month.
So I'll go with on the 9th. They'll just miss my birthday by a couple days, but it's
the same with the same week that I called out. So
I agree.
Okay. And to Acelia, thank you so much for your question. Okay, no more Skittles. To all the podcasters, like, no, seriously, like, I know TMI, but like little burp, and I was like, oh right, tastes the rainbow, literally. Okay, it's like fruit. Somebody edit that out. Okay, to all the podcasters who've played Ruffy and the Riverside, what do you guys think of the game? I have not played it.
I've been playing it for the past month. I love it. I'm in love with that game. You know, I'm not. I had a lot of other things going on with in this month working with Indie Mania, and so I couldn't get my review out by release date. I am working on my review for that game, but I have a video coming out tomorrow with my top 10 most recommended games for Nintendo Switch 2. All games I've played, and that game is in that top 10, and it only came out yesterday. So Ruffy in the Riverside, if you are a platforming fan, if you love Mario, if you love Banjo-Kazooie, if you like something new, because this game is so fresh and so new, and it's just so happy. The music, the voice, I would say the voice, it's not like a voice acting, but it's more like it reminds you of Mario. You know, like every character has a different life to it. You know, so I really recommend the game. It has a really cool, interesting story. The mechanics are awesome. The switch mechanic and swap mechanic, I think it's called. But Ruffy in the Riverside is 100% recommended by this entire podcast, by the Odyssey, by Paul, by Josh, by the developer, of course, and by Indie Mania and all that stuff. Yeah, it's good.
By Josie.
By Josie.
We a mess tonight.
I'm gonna play it. Like when I get off this podcast, I'm gonna go play Ruffy in the Riverside. Because I need
Mike
to get my
is going to bed because his auntie told him to.
After bed, when I wake up, I'll have breakfast and I'll play Ruffy in the Riverside.
Yeah, you're gonna go to bed, you're gonna get rest, and then you're gonna wake up and you're gonna eat. Okay,
and it's perfect because the art style feels like a cartoon. So you're watching like a Saturday morning cartoon. Perfect game for Saturday mornings.
I'll allow it, but tonight I want you in bed by no longer than an hour after we end this podcast, sir.
Okay, fine.
All right. Gaming Observe, thank you for your question. What did you guys think of the Mario movie? We loved it.
It was good. I mean, it was good for what it was because it wasn't too heavy on story. It was just more like introducing the characters, and it was more about the action and the fun and the little Easter eggs that they hid everywhere. I think the second movie could be better if they expanded more, deeper story. You know, because they hinted at stories from Princess Peach, like she was dropped there at the kingdom, at the Mushroom Kingdom as a baby. I know about that. So yeah, it's like, wow, okay, this is something we never knew from Peach before. So maybe they in the second movie they could deep digger
into the lore and backstory of Princess Peach.
Dig deeper.
You're digging yourself to dig deeper. If you know where that's from, God love you. Anyway, but
yeah, they could just expand the movie with story and give us a lot of cool Easter eggs more and stuff. It's like Yoshi and
movie Princess Peach. I dig her. She's cool. She is not for the streets.
She's nice. Wario and Waluigi could be there and be awesome. Be cool.
I think the either Bowser Jr., the Koopa Kids, or maybe all the above will be showing up to rescue Bowser from
Ah, that would be awesome. That'd be awesome.
And then everybody's gonna have to maybe go and adventure in a different area, maybe separate and then come together, kind of thing. I don't know. So, but I love the first one. Like I put it in while I was doing that Lego set.
Yeah.
And happened to notice the toads that are in the little antique area, and they're like, "How does this thing work?" And they're like, "You got to blow in it." And they were talking about an NES cart, and I was like, "Yo, that is such a great little Easter egg." Like I didn't catch that the first time, so I just love that.
I have to throw this in real quick. I always talk about the part that Mike pointed out to me about hearing the ocarina in that one area, but what I really some of the littlest things that tickled me in the Mario Brothers movie, one of them being hearing the star music, hearing that like with orchestra. I don't know what it was, but it's like emotions, nostalgia invoked. I must play this in my home and in my vehicle. Like it was amazing for me. So I know it's so little and silly, but it was just such a beautiful moment because I love hearing music that I love, like in an orchestra style. So
my God, that reminds me of the first time I entered Super Nintendo World, like entering Super Nintendo World and just seeing Mario, seeing the Mushroom Kingdom before my eyes. I literally cried like a little kid. I wasn't like sorry, but my tears were coming down my face. I'm like, guys, I'm teary. I can't believe this. It's insane. It makes you a kid again. Like how is it? How in the world is just this unexplainable, guys. Whenever you can go to the Super Nintendo World, go. Okay, go. It's not big on crazy rides or not, but just the experience of being there when it comes to visiting your childhood, right? And guess what? You can hear Charles Martinet. He is the voice of Mario there. Immortalized there. Samantha Kelly, she's the voice of Peach there. They recorded days of footage of audio just so that when you approach Mario, he speaks in sentences and then he talks to you and everything, and everything is relatable. Oh, I like your shirt and this and that. Oh, you got it. Oh, that it's awesome. So this completely unrelated, but it's the same feeling. It's like incredible. Yeah,
I love that for us, man. We are like I don't think anybody holding on in their childhood harder than us. I'm kidding. I love that though.
Yeah,
we are all the product of marketing.
We truly are. Good marketing. I'm gonna try, honey. Suki no Nome. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. I'm sure I did. This is for all of us. What niche Nintendo franchise would you like to bring back? All of them. That's my answer. Y'all go next.
Well, I'm not sure if it's completely gone. There's two of them. One is Wave Racer, and the other one is Kung Fu. Kung Fu from the NES. I mean, let me go get it. I need to.
Wait a minute. Shh. I feel like I hear the movements in my head.
What Kung Fu? Kung Fu?
Yeah, if it's the right Kung Fu that I'm thinking of, because there's a couple of Kung Fus.
Yeah, we'll get it.
That's a good one. Those are some of those old black box titles, right?
Yeah. And then I think about Ninja Gaiden's another one that I still have the muscle memory and I can actually hear the moves in my head still. Yes, that is the one I was thinking of.
Kung Fu. Yes. Okay. The reason why I am a black belt today and I'm a Taekwondo instructor is because of this game right here. I mean, he only does a side kick and a punch, but this is the only reason. Kung Fu. And Taekwondo is not Kung Fu, but still Kung Fu. That's the one I want. Hopefully Nintendo brings that back. Be cool.
Anybody else?
Star Fox. I don't know if it's niche. It doesn't deserve to be niche. It deserves to be a high pillar at the seat of the table. But is it niche when the sales aren't there, or if it's not in the algorithm, or there aren't sequels being made regularly, or it passes 10 years since it's last been around? Yet it still has a presence in Super Smash Brothers, so there's that flip side. It gets a presence in Starlink, Nintendo Switch version. So I don't know. Maybe Star Fox isn't niche. Maybe Punch Out's not niche. But if you want to call them niche, then call them that, because I want Star Fox and Punch Out back. And regarding the Mario movie, I loved it. Fantastic movie. And regarding Ruffy and the Riverside, haven't beaten it yet, but also great because those are my 3 questions I didn't answer until now.
Yeah, yeah,
Speaking
yeah.
of which, I gotta go. I pushed it past my due time. I might be able to hang out for like 1 more minute, but
Okay.
Josh, did you go?
My turn.
Yeah. Did
Niche.
you, okay.
Let's see. Well, literally, Paul took the 2 I was going to say. So I will go a little more niche and say Clue Clue Land and Kid Icarus. How about that?
Yay.
And I was kidding with Clue
Huzzah.
Clue Land. Like, but Kid Icarus. I think Kid Icarus could really like it could potentially go a little dark. Maybe do like Kid Icarus God of War, kind of, you know, like really fun beat 'em up, and like stray away from its like just standard formula to give us 3D and you know, be kind of cool.
Love it.
Thank you. Shout out to Scott Stevenson. So you think Galaxy 2 Switch 2 edition will be Mario's 40th anniversary game, considering it hasn't been re-released and possibly maybe an announcement of a new game for next year? Possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all in agreement that could be an HD remaster that Nintendo could bring as a single title, Galaxy 2, for the Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. So yeah,
I'm here for it.
Yep.
And shout out to a Nintendo Scarlet. Are we getting a Direct in July?
I'm going to say yes.
I want you to go all the way back to the beginning where we talked about the Direct. And
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to answer the question. I'm going to say yes.
That's not what Mike said earlier. So you got to go back to the beginning to figure out like what Mike said earlier.
I changed my mind. I'm kidding.
I'm torn. I'm torn. So
completely torn. Oh, never mind. I was getting ready to start singing, and I'm like, wait, I don't want to get copyright claimed. Okay. Gaming Observed. Shout out to you. Which Mario is your guys' fave?
Mario from Bowser's Fury.
Like, are we talking like which Mario game? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's all Mario.
Like, if it's just a Mario game, Mario Kart for me, and I'll even say Mario Kart World. If it's a 3D Mario, Odyssey or Galaxy 2 is a real big toss-up, and 2D Mario, it's between it's between Wonder World and 3 now. So
yeah.
What was my favorite game on the SNES?
Link's Awakening.
No, A Link to the Past. I mean, my favorite Mario game. It was the big one that was on the SNES. I never remember.
Super Mario World. Yeah.
It was Super Mario World.
Yeah.
It's between that one and Wonder, because Wonder gave me those vibes so hard.
Yes.
And it's a brilliant little. Oh, Wonders! I want to go play.
Wonder is awesome.
Replay games.
I downloaded it on Switch too.
I'm trying not to replay games because, like, I already played this. I have to play all the stuff that's in my backlog.
You're right. I should install so many games.
Shout out to David Patterson 5059. Good evening, sir. Just curious if you may have an answer to this. Why other such a risky question? Why other competitors such as Microsoft wait for the release of the Switch 2 to announce the Rogue Ally X? Because
it's an easy question to answer. It's an easy question to answer.
Yeah, nothing's cool until Nintendo says it is.
Yeah, Nintendo's leading the way. They remember PlayStation tried with the Vita, and they were there for a while, but they couldn't really perfect the formula, so they had to get rid of it. Nintendo Switch came around and just revolutionized the handheld industry. Not that the handheld industry wasn't there. There was some there was a way. It wasn't as perfected as Nintendo made it to be, and so every system after the Nintendo Switch came out, the handheld system is basically kind of trying to mimic what Nintendo did with Nintendo Switch. And now that we have Switch 2, the reason why they're doing it now is because they want to get into the mobile sphere that Nintendo made so great. And none of the companies, I would say, can make it on their own. I think PlayStation can maybe, but they did that. That's why they did that the PlayStation Portal. But it's not really a system. That's more like a streaming thing, like and then now Xbox is doing their thing, but through ROG Ally. So it's not really a Microsoft console. It's a ROG Ally that is supported with Xbox OS, and so they still can't compete with Nintendo. But then again, all gaming is awesome. No matter where you choose to play on. I own all consoles, Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo, and I have as much fun on them as I can. I bought a little mini PC just so that I can have access to Steam games as well, because Steam is just like the best gem you can have for video games on there. I know, and a lot of those games are all optimized and they don't take a lot of space, so they're great. But yeah,
real quick, I have to. It's my favorite game.
Mhm.
Greg to the past. You just get a shout out because your name is amazing. Okay.
there you go. That's awesome, actually.
It's like I replay A Link to the Past yearly, as you should. Yes, it is our duty as Zelda fans to play our favorite Zelda game at least once a year. So good on you, good sir. I think you're fabulous for that.
Yep.
And every time I see tater salad in the chat, I literally want to go make some potato salad. No, like I can taste potato salad. I really want potato salad. Anyway, I'm done.
All right, my friends, we got some important information to let you know, to share with you before you head out, and of course that comes from our amazing co-host today. Let's start with Josh N64. Josh, what do you have going on, and what can we find you?
So funny that Joycey mentioned Ninja Gaiden. That is our Nintendo Powercast Game of the Week. And we get 2 weeks because I'm heading out of town tomorrow. And so I'm heading to Puerto Rico and doing something kind of fun. I'm gonna kind of do just like a daily game vlog that'll go out on the channel. And just since it's vacation time, I'm gonna try to get as much gaming in as I can, but just kind of, I got Cyberpunk, I got Street Fighter, like a bunch of new games to play, and I'm picking up some old ones as well and playing those. So it's going to be just kind of a fun little game vlog for the next week, just chilling out, and who knows, maybe I'll even complete something on the backlog. But I'm N64 Josh everywhere. I've been posting a daily pic of Mario Kart World on my IG and my X, or my Twitter, as Mike would say. And just loving Mario Kart. So glad to be here, guys. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Josh. And the queen herself, Joycey J. What you got going on this week? Where can we find you?
I'm Joycey J. I have absolutely nothing going on, but life be lifing. You can, of course, follow me on Twitter at DJ Joycey. Yeah, I don't post much or anything anymore because Twitter is not what it used to be. It's not fun anymore. It's everybody's just crying. So if you want to talk about Zelda and make me smile, at DJ Joycey on Twitter. I'm just a crazy old lady who loves video games.
Everybody's just crying. Everybody's just...
That is all Twitter is.
Yeah.
And people really, we ain't gotta get into it. Y'all know what Twitter's like.
Yeah.
And I remember the days it was fun.
Let's send it over to the great Paul Gill Forrest Countdown Guy Network.
You can find me on YouTube and X at Paul Gale Network. I currently have my Donkey Kong Bonanza countdown series still going. Tomorrow goes 19 days left. I just finished up the Indie Mania one, which was fun. I just finished up the Ruffy and the Riverside one, which was fun. DK's got another 19 to go. Yeah, that's about it. Still talking video game news, sales stuff, and all that good stuff. A fun fact, I guess. I don't know what the number is now, but I'm like 2 subscribers away from hitting 5,000 on YouTube.
Hey, we have 2 people who have not subscribed here. Go subscribe to Paul Gale.
But it
let's
might
get them over.
happen tonight, but it might not.
Yeah, no, it's gonna happen tonight. Come on, we got good people in the house. We got people in the chat. Those two, go hit those two right now. Go ahead, Paul. You know what? We're not gonna end the podcast. Paul, go check the stream right now. There's 2 subscribers, and let me know if it's on there. Because come on, guys, you got it. I'm sub. No, there has to be 2 people who have not subbed.
Oh, hold on. I was a little bit off. I knew it was like close to 2. It's 9 away.
How is that close to 2, Paul? How is that close?
I just remember looking. I remember looking earlier today, and I was like, "Oh, it's just." I forgot the number. I forgot if it was like 98, 91.
Well, let's bring him within 2.
I think 9 out of all of us. I think that's plausible.
It's at 93 now, so 2 people just did. So if it was 2 away, that would have done it, but it was 9 away.
Yeah.
Now it's at 94. It's 4994, so it's 6 away.
Okay, let me
Come on, guys.
All right, let's not end the podcast until we get that 5K.
And actually subscribe and actually watch the content, guys. Don't just subscribe just to
For now, just subscribe because that's what we want right now. Just
but still go and watch the content, okay?
Hey, it's like counting up instead of counting down. I guess it is counting down. Yeah,
refresh. Refresh.
Oh, 49.99. Ooh.
There you go. One more.
Who's the 5,000?
One more. The 5,000 will get an all paid exclusive
5,000.
trip.
Woo! I told you that was plausible.
All right.
You got it.
9 people. And to everybody. Let's see. 5,001. Okay, that's up.
All right. Congratulations, Paul. Hitting 5K. Awesome. All right. All right. And you see that this is the best way to end the weekend, celebrating with friends and hitting milestones and just kind of having a great time. All right. You can find me here at the Odyssey every so often. every so often. I'm working on something in the future, guys. We're rethinking things for the channel right now, and so. But what you can guarantee is that the indie spirit is going to be more alive than ever on the Odyssey. We have Indie Mania. The show just went out yesterday. The entire show is there. Watch it. The giveaway links will be open until tonight at midnight. Okay, so we got 2 more hours for the giveaway links to be. If you want to enter, okay, it's on the X channel. If you are watching us from X, go to Indie Mania. At Indie Mania X, and the links are also on there. Follow there, enter those links for the giveaway because they're closing down tonight. And go to the YouTube channel as well. Watch the show. Once you watch the show, we have 98 games that we showed yesterday. The games are already on the website on indiemania.net, and you'll see every single game there listed with links and everything. If you are interested in any of those games, to wish list. There's games for multiple consoles, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch 2, and Steam. We had a full pack show yesterday, and so I was hearing a lot of comments saying this is the best indie world showcase that I've seen, just because of the variety of games that we had and the quality of games that were present on the show. So Indie Mania, go check out the show. It's on here on the channel too. So if you have not done so, subscribe. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and all that stuff. And I got some big news coming ahead for the channel, and stay tuned for that as well. All right, friends. Tomorrow I have my top 10 games on Nintendo Switch 2. If you want to hear that, see that it involves games from indie and also from third party and first party. So that video is coming up tomorrow. And without further ado, that's not the one. That's a joke. I think that's the one. No, that's not the one either. Without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. Before we let you go, we got 2 very important things we got to let you know. Number 1, look at those balloons. Don't give up. Never give up. Mm-mm.
Don't do that because we need you.
Don't give up. And number 2, Journey On. What was that? Oh, Superman is coming out in a couple of days.
Oh gosh, that looks so good. I think it's Thursday night.
It's Thursday night?
Well, it comes out the 11th, which is a Friday, but you know how the theaters do the Thursday night thing.
Yeah, I've only seen the first trailer. I'm avoiding every other trailer just because of that. Yeah. All right, friends. Take care. See you guys next one at the next adventure here at the Odyssey. Be good. Go hug somebody you love. Don't waste your time fighting. Don't go to bed angry. Be good. And then let me find the end button.
In the show,
Pip,
by
pip.
quiet.
Pip, cheerio.